Ben Hogan described this move as the first move that starts a downswing. And Moe Norman described this as the feeling of greatness. And we're going to get here. Now, just look where I am. I'm not turning myself inside out. I'm here in a nice, relaxed fashion where my right arm, so my trail arm, is under my left. And that's where we've got to be. 5 simple stages to break this down, and you won't believe how good your downswing becomes. So, stage number 1 is really, really easy. We don't need a golf club actually to start this. Get into golf posture. And if I said this to you, imagine there's a piece of string or a tape measure between the middle of my sternum, this is stage 1 of 5, and my golf ball. What I want you to really focus on is keeping that same distance throughout that backswing and downswing. So for 6 to 10 reps, and please, please, please do at least 6, practice turning back and turning through, keeping our same distance from the golf ball. And that's so essential. We don't want to be leveling, that's just moving away. We don't want us to be standing up on the downswing. Again, we're moving closer. So we've got to feel we keep and practice this for 6 to 10 reps at stage 1. Our sternum stays as similar to the same distance from the golf ball throughout the backswing and the downswing. Stage 2. Now, I know this is not a steering wheel, but let's imagine it is a steering wheel, okay? This is the concept I want you to think about. So we've said our right arm's got to get somewhere around here, hasn't it? That's where we're going to get to. We're going to make our turn that we talked about at stage 1, and now in stage 2, we're going to practice turning this to the right. So as you look at this on player cam, I'm turning this to the right. From the player cam perspective, I'm turning this clockwise, okay? I'm turning this clockwise. So if I hold it up to you here, we're turning this like this. Now, look what that does to my right arm. What position are we in? We're starting to see all these elements come together already, and we're only at stage 2 of 5. That's why I know you can do this. So, stage 2, practice turning that like this, okay? But we're going to do that from that backswing position. So keep your distance, practice turning it to the right. Turning it to the right is the concept I want you to work to at stage number 2. Now in stage number 4 and 5, we will start to hit the golf ball away, but you've got to promise me one thing. And I say this to all my students, follow this step-by-step guide from 1 to 5 if you really want to make some improvements. If you rush through any of them, you're just going to put yourself on the back foot because you're not going to learn each stage and give yourself time to learn each stage. So stage 2, as we just did, do again 6 to 10 reps. Stage 3 now, we're going to start bringing in a bit of turn, but don't lose any of those concepts. So again, imagine we got our steering wheel in our hand, we're still turning to the right. We're going to move to the top, turn to the right, but as we're turning to the right, I want you to imagine we're going to start coming back down and only stop around the golf ball. We don't have to do it fast, but really watch me. This is stage number 3. Up, turn to the right, bring it down. Now look where I am. The exact position I showed you at the start of the video. You can imagine if I had a golf club here, this is everything that I'm trying to get. So really practice that. Again, let me just show it you. Right and down. Right and down. It's not over here. I'm not turning it to the left because this is what a lot of us do. So for stage number 3, we're bringing in a bit of turn now, and we're going to turn to the right as we start to turn back down to impact. And I always say this to all my students, right? If you don't get this straight away, don't worry. Go back to the start, bring in stage 1, 2, and 3, and you'll start to build this through. So at stage number 4 now, we're going to start to hit some golf balls away. We're going to practice really doing this, and I love this feeling. Turning to the right, turning to the right. So you've got to imagine now, our golf club is going to turn to the right as you start down. And at stage 4, just do this slowly. Don't add any speed just yet. Now I'm going to show you how far I could hit this with a very easy hit in a second, but give yourself some time. So stage number 4, we're going to turn this to the right. Turn this to the right, release it through. Here we go, watch this. turn to the right, release through. Then you notice when I did this, have a look at this at slow-mo, hitting this net with very little noise, if any at all, how I started to turn to the right and move this club down into impact. So at stage 4, we're just learning to do some reps at slow speeds, just to give your brain a chance to bring this in. Now this is a feeling that I've had for years in my swing, and I swear by it, I really, really do. So this is the culmination of stage 1 to 4. We're now hitting some shots away fully, and what I say to people is, stand like this, practice moving that shaft to the right and around. I make just a few practice swings to start like this, maybe even 2 or 3, before I hit any shot away on the golf course, just to really give me a nice simple way of feeling what we've just worked through. Oh, come on, let me show you how far this goes with very little effort. That was so out the middle. And I just find that because I'm keeping my distance, because I'm working correctly, I find the middle more often. I mean, have a look at that there. Can you see where I've just hit that? Straight out the middle, that there. And I said I'd prove the distance, some easy distance, and I know you can get it. So work through those 5 stages, and I promise you, you'll get that correct move and feel that greatness to start your downswing.